Is Brian Weke, a lawyer, and also we have Bernard Kitur, who is a member of Parliament, Nandi Hills, joining us to talk on a raft of issues as far as party politics is concerned, also with the new unveiling of the presidential aspirants for the United Opposition. This is Kalonzo and Martha Karua ticket, just to get the feel and flavor of where it is headed as well. Gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening, Dibal. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I haven't said, I know it's February, but we're still Happy New Year. It's still lingering in the air. Good to see you. Yes, Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year to you and as well to the viewers. I've really missed this show. I'm so glad to be here today.
Welcome back. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
And of course also, a grand entry to Brian Weke. Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening. It's my first time.
It's your first time on TV47.
On TV47.
Yeah, we should be having some. We should pop some champagne. You can knock it back.
I'm having coffee.
Good to have coffee. Anyway, all right, let's just get to the stories of the days that we've run some of them, and I think it's piquing your interest as well. First of all, UDA has been on the ground today. We saw how they really came out in force in State House, and we had the General Secretary saying that UDA is not a moment. It is a movement, right? So one will question as well, is ODM a movement or it's becoming a moment? Good, let's hear from Bernard.
Well, I think UDA is redefining Kenya's politics and entrenching clearly what democracy ought to be. Political parties are the hinges, they're the fulcrums of democracy, in a sense that we'll be having voters on one hand, we have the aspirants on one hand, and then there's a political party that has a manifesto. It has something that it stands for. So I think the build-up and the building of the UDA party, from the time we have the National Delegates Conference, and now we are having aspirants, everyone who aspires to have come in, and I think this is the first of its kind, that a political party can be able to marshal over 12,000 aspirants, and this is a year, more than a year before the elections, I think is something beyond measure. And it's true that this indeed is going to be a movement, and this is going to create a foundation and a challenge for the other political parties to up their game. And if you see the party leader, he's been speaking about one thing. What do we stand for? When we went there for the National Delegates Conference, we were, the president took us through what we promised Kenyans 3 years ago, where we are, and where we are going in the various aspects of development, whatever sector, whether they're talking of roads, whether they're talking of the health, what we've done in that space, whether they're talking about education, the entire of it. The bottom line, he says that a political party is a manifesto. It is what we promised Kenyans. Where are we and where we are going? I again say this is going to be a challenge now for the other political parties. Everybody must stand up to tell Kenyans what is it that you have in store for them.
Right, but we will want to take a stock of what UDA has delivered as far as the manifesto is concerned. Everyone will say that looking at the education sector, with the Kenyan Education Charter that they had as well, nothing has been formidable in that particular sector. We've seen what is happening, especially with grade 10, the transitioning of it as well, till he had to come in and say, no child should be left behind.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about, Dibao? We all, sometimes we don't want to have a memory lapse where we forget immediately where we came from. You are well aware when UDA or the Kenya Kwanza government took over the leadership, the reign of this country, everything was in total shambles on matters education. That is for a fact. We even didn't know where was going to be the future of the new system that we had gotten when we left 844. We got into a system that the other government, the other regime, when it was leaving to this other new regime, it was not clear. And that is why the president took over and deliberately got a presidential working party that sat down, that brought in professionals from across, from the lecturers all the way downwards, the finest of them that are in the education sector. And step by step, we were able to implement now this education program that we are having. Of course, you would expect challenges to be there when you are transitioning, all right? As we speak, even if we go back to the previous time when we had started 8 going to Form 1, for instance, there used to be so many children who were not able to get to secondary school. That is a fact. I've been giving out bursary to day schools to try and support most of those that are there.
We'll come back. We'll circle back to it as well. Let me just hear from Brian Weke. Brian, maybe